but like I'm using this as a mic. Like I'm using the headphones as the mic. Is it gonna work? I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. It's episode 8 of JoshyTV. Okay. Um. So it's Easter Monday. Okay, and out of all the Easters, actually, out of all the Good Fridays and Easter Sundays and everything, this one feels the most different. And one, because I feel more involved with this one than even ones when I was a kid. To be honest with you, um, Passion of the Christ still hits the same way though. Like still hits the same way. One, because it don't matter. Like see, and I have to say this out in the open because it's the aspect of how can you have a visual of it in your head, but like actually see. And I get the aspect of the brutalization and everything, but you kind of have to see that. You know what I mean? My godparents years ago watched it with their friends, not really religious and everything, right? But my godparents were crying through the whole thing. They weren't, which is almost the aspect of like I don't understand how you can see somebody suffer so much. Now, as a Catholic or Christian and stuff, which Orthodox and everything, I understand there's like different. I get it, but we all the same in a way, different but the same, because we under the same guy. You know what I mean? Jesus is always gonna be king, and that's it, right? So but even that movie still hits hard. Don't like right in the beginning, seeing him weep is like you feel that. Not even the whole aspect of right in the beginning them beating him, like them throwing him off the bridge and shit. Even the aspect of the devil coming to him and like basically always taunting him too, constantly taunting him. But as a Catholic, I'll be honest with you, I'm really bad because obviously we like everybody knows Judas sold him out type of thing, because Judas was always the one that sold him. But I forgot that it was Peter that denied him 3 times. I always thought it was Judas, but I really forgot that it was Peter. To be honest, um, even the aspect of like even Jesus dying on the cross, and like how nobody was there aside from John, Mary, and Mary Magdalene. Like that whole movie, it don't matter. Still hits hard. Crying through the whole movie, bawling through the whole movie, blowing my nose through the whole movie, and the whole thing too is like it's still good. You know, the actor, the one who played Jesus was in Count of Monte Cristo. He's so good as Jesus, in my opinion. To be honest with you, aside from the dude that plays Jesus in The Chosen, because I still got to get on The Chosen. I'll be honest with you, like The Chosen, everybody be talking about The Chosen. So The Chosen, I got to get on that. I'll be honest with you. And the whole aspect of the two is how they made Jesus so human in that, because he does say it's like, well, he's still human. He's still a man. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Like my best friend was just telling me about somebody that like became a Catholic or Christian. You know what I mean? And it's funny because I grew up with that, and most people when they grew up with it always kind of like um some people like push back a lot on it. Now me as like a metalhead, you know what I mean? Like bro, Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, Exodus, Megadeth, Pantera, like all those bands. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't reject, and I never looked at my religion as like, oh, I don't want it because I'm a no. To be honest with you, like I was thinking this the other day. the way I am, how I am as a metalhead, that's the way I should be as a Catholic. To be honest, and in a way, that's the way I want to move. Is that way? Because as a metalhead, shit. I'm thinking too, the amount of songs I have in my head, the amount of like albums and everything. That's in a way how I should know. I want in a way I should, but I want to. I want to know like scriptures and stuff that way. Where I can just name them boom 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 boom. And I see that, and I know this episode. I really want to give thanks to a lot of YouTube, like a lot of channels that I've watched to kind of got me really back into my faith. And not even like back into it, is like really on my journey to like, in a way, like to become a good Christian, a good Christian or Catholic. You know what I mean? Like how he was, because I think really we should all aspire to become that. To be honest. And yeah, we're all gonna sin, because that just and it's not the fact of it's just gonna sin. It's okay. It's the aspect of you have to learn from what you did wrong and become better and constantly get better. But going to church on Sunday was since like, honestly, the last time I went to church was when I found out my mom was either going to be paralyzed or pass away. That was the last time I stepped into a church. So going to church was honestly really nice. One, because it's close to my house, which is nice, but it's the aspect of like, I liked it. I really enjoyed. I cried. I don't care. I had to cry because it felt good. It felt good going. And I do want to make it a regular thing ongoing. I was even invited to go on Thursdays to go like do readings on the Bible, and they started reading Romans. So I hope I got that right. I do have my Bible coming in, which is I love the Bible all day. Bro, I'm excited. I'll be honest, I was really excited. I was really excited to order a Bible for myself. I was. And I wanted to get like a nice looking Bible too. I want to be a little vain? Sorry, yeah, a little bit, because I want to have a nice Bible. I want to have a nice carrying Bible with me. I'm getting two, 3 highlighters and stuff. Whatever I like, highlight it. And keep that. And constantly look at passages. But I do have to. I do want to give a lot. I do want to give a lot of thanks, and one thanks I do want to give is to put me on this path, because this path was like, would I have gone down this path if I met somebody, well, not in person, I met somebody a few years ago, and she was Lebanese. And she kind of like basically said like, a lot of Mexican people are Lebanese. I'm sitting there going, really? Am I Lebanese? Listen, I'll run with it. I'll tell you this right now. Have I? Yes, I do. But if you look at my lineage of where I am, like of my lineage and my background, I'm so mixed. What are we gonna do? Everybody be like, and I like, what are we gonna do? Like, come on. Why stay the same? Let's all be different, You from one place, you from another place. Let's change up the waters. Come on, let's go. Right? But she would she asked me if I grew up, and I said yeah, and she always bugged me to like go to church and like pray the rosary. And it was really funny because I never got mad at her, and I kind of just always sit there and be like, okay, yes, all right. We'll just say Miss Desert for the story, but Miss Desert always bugged me about like becoming a Catholic again and everything, going back into my faith, which I wanted to, and I wanted to, but I didn't know how to. You know, I still don't know how to. I'll be honest with you. I still don't know how to. Um, I think just do like that's when I want to give like a lot of thanks to like a good amount of YouTube channels that are either Catholic or Christian YouTube channels that are really kind. And honestly, like when I see their shorts or I see their videos, I really like honestly like when I watch their videos, I actually feel really good. Um, I feel like okay, you know, like learn from them, you know, like actually listen to them, not like oh this is all BS and everything, you know. No, like actually listen to them, you know. Don't just dismiss it. But there's a few of them to be honest with you, and all different types of people, which I love. Um, but I I yeah, this is my faith and everything, and I was no, it's not gonna be the whole channel about you know being Catholic and everything, but um, it's part of me. I can't help it. If being a metalhead's part of me, and I've been a metalhead since I was like what 12 years old, 11 years old, 10 years old, you know, then why can't I say the same thing about being a Catholic, you know? And yeah, you can honestly say that there's a wave of Christianity coming through, right? And I think it's because since for how long it's been like so dismissed and so pushed back, but it's I feel like a lot of people before made people like really not like it. That's the whole thing, like being under control type of thing. And in a way, I can understand why they felt that way, but the ones that dismiss it and just like talk shit about it, it's almost like you got rocks in your head, like you don't know what you're talking about type of thing. And the one like but I'm always curious about the ones who want to become like the ones who grew up either believing something else or not believing anything and becoming a Catholic or a Christian. Like honest truth, it's like I like hearing them, it's very different because I grew up with it. So you think I'd be more like them, but he grew up like there's a video of a guy dismissing Jesus and everything, and the guy that's talking to him was an atheist and everything and became a cat Christian, and he said he would dismiss it as well, but there's stuff that happened to him in his life and changed him, and people like that, I really sit there and go, like, and yeah, I can already hear people going, you know, it's bullshit, you know, blah 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 blah. Well, you know what? To each his own. But you know what? If it is bullshit, then bad on him. But there's a lot of people that have changed because of going into being Catholic or Christian, you know, and changed honestly for the better, and became a lot better people. How much bad do you do in your life, you know, that you have to you go to faith? Now, mostly, well, I've heard a quote saying the ones who go to like religion and everything is because they have nobody, which I think is bullshit. It's utter bullshit. There's always somebody that's always gonna talk shit about religion. There's always have, and don't matter if it's Christianity, don't matter if it's Islam, don't matter if it's Judaism or whatever. It don't matter. It's always because, and the one thing I gotta say about like people that don't believe, it's, and this is only my opinion. It's the ones they think that they're higher than anybody else, and nobody. It's like their shit don't stink. You know what I mean? But then people get humbled really quick. I'll be honest with you. They get humbled really quick. They may not know it. They may not know it, but you know they know it. You know. Shout out to Dustin Poirier, but like karma ain't no bitch. Karma a mirror. You know. And I'd be honest with you, like Even that whole like that trans shooter or whatever it was, like in the States not too long ago. You know, they had all those bullets and had all those magazines and everything, and had one of them saying, you know, "Where's your God?" Now this is the whole aspect. When people always ask, it's almost like a taunting question to ask that question, to ask that, you know, like and it's funny because half the people that do ask, it's almost like a taunting question, and when they do ask it, they'll find out. They always do find out. They always do. So why ask it? You know, I'll do another video on somebody else that's very special to me that passed away, but in a way, she asked that question. And honestly, seeing those words made me think, like, now, Miss Desert was another friend, and I had another friend, but she asked that question, and, well, at this point, she's with him now, you know, so, and I do love her, you know, but the whole "where is your God" question does it piss you off? Yeah, it does. It does piss you off. It does piss you off. It does piss me off. But the best thing about that is they see him eventually. They all do. They all do. You know, it's only a matter of time. You know, and when they do, they get very quiet. They get very quiet, and let them. You know, because even now, being an adult, as Catholics and Christians, the one thing we have to realize is we alone in this. And we know everybody again. We know nobody likes us. Like, no, everybody talks shit about us, and sometimes rightfully so. Sometimes, because a lot of us are hypocrites. You know, a lot of us like to announce stuff. A lot of us like to say our righteousness and everything, and it's true. It's very true. We like to gloat, you know, and that's not being like him. That's not being like him. The one thing I do take from him, Jesus, a lot, is the aspect. Now, I wonder if my video doesn't get flagged for saying Jesus, because because you know what? No, but I still gotta say his name because he king all day, dog, all day he king. But the one story that always gets me, and I think that's why I'm like the whole projection shit really irritates me. You know, is when he gave. Well, I'm just gonna put it in like normal terms. I have to put in normal terms, you know. But when Jesus was giving shit to the rabbis, they were talking the righteousness, you know. And he doesn't. Why do you think he? Why do you think? And you know what? To be honest with you, in a way, even like the aspect of like, of, Jesus, like everybody always wants to think that he's like, you know, of course he's a good guy, of course, but you know what? You don't think he got a little irritated, a little pissed off with people because the aspect of like you think that like, not you're better, but it's almost like I want to help, and I want to like, you know what I mean? Why do you think projection was so much with him? You say this, you say that, and this, it will do it. And how many people are like that? A lot of people are like that. They want to show that they're a big man, but they ain't no big man. Even the aspect of even learning the term, you know, don't tell your right hand, though, if your left hand is doing something, don't tell your right hand type of thing. Like, I'm still trying to get the hang of that one, to be honest with you. But like doing stuff and not having to gloat about it or tell people it's true, you know. To be honest with you, like, if I do something nice for somebody, I only tell like my best friend. She's the only one who really knows, right? But everybody else, it's only my best friend I'm telling, because You know what I mean? It's I want to share it with somebody that like I did something nice, and I'm happy I did something nice, and I feel good I do something nice. You know, I have this whole thing of I want to see. Now you say this, but then you're hit with that. But I have to say like, you know, I was saying this at work, or saying this to like people. You know, uh, having $1 million is a lot of money, and you can't take it with you nowhere. Really, in this day and age, you can't. But not even that. You can't take it with you. Can't even take it with you when you leave this place. So I'm not saying not have so much, but it's the aspect of like, why? Debbie wanted to give more than half of that away because I don't want all of it. Now, like I said, most people probably hear this and see this and go, "That's bullshit." To each his own. Prove me wrong. Give it to me then. Because, listen, I'd be like Robin Hood. I just want to give it to everybody. I'll be honest, I can't help it. Like my best friend, I love my best friend. I give my best friend half of it. I'm like, here. And I already know her. She probably be giving to people too. It's true. Because why? You have so much for what? Now, I don't want to be like Billie Eilish. But like, you know what I mean? A Billie Eilish drive me nuts. Cause listen, she be talking mad when you be asking for how much money you got, dog. Come on, please. I'm telling you, it's the and listen. A lot of rich people are like talking this righteousness and everything because they want to be. It's like Bill Burr. They want to be. We're with you. We're together. Well, yes, of course we're together. Of course we're still people. We still people. But you know, it's almost like you talking both sides of your mouth. Like real shit, like for real. Then you wonder why somebody had to die. You know what I mean? Because we're all a bunch of selfish people. It's true. One person had to carry all this selfishness. I think in my head, watch the Passion of Christ to see him get beat. Even the aspect of the laughing and the I'll be listen. Them seeing the rabbi spit on him. I know it's a move. I understand, but it's the stuff like that's in your head of what you envision. You know, it's funny. I have a Catholic type of playlist, right? And anytime stuff pops up in my shorts, I always be putting in that file. I got listen. The opening one is the best one. All right, so good. I had to screen record it. I already sent them. I sent even stuff to my best friend about it. You know what I mean? But like, it's so. I'm making this video long. Too bad. I gotta give thanks though, but I'm gonna have to clip it in. So I'll clip it in at the end. My thanks, because I do want to give thanks to a lot of like a good amount of channels that honestly continued the path of what Miss Desert did. You know what I mean? And like I said, I want to give a big thanks to Miss Desert because, and I'm gonna say this, I don't even know if she's alive. I hope she is. I really hope she is. Because she had, and I feel like she never really wanted to say, I don't blame her, but she had tumors in her body. She had to go from one place to another place to go remove those tumors. We good? Wait. Okay. Oh. I think it's... Okay, we're good. But, so yeah. So, she had to go from one place to remove her tumors, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. I was completely selfish because she told me to wait. But I blocked her because it's like, yo, you forgot about me as a friend. But now I think about it, it makes me feel bad because I'm a bad friend. But I was so impatient because I was worried for her. I didn't know if I was ever going to talk to her ever again. And I think in a way, that's why I'm on this path that I want to become a good Catholic or a good Christian. Like I want to. That's the reason why I wear this. The reason why I wear this. I don't want to be like half these people that wear him and don't be like him. It drives me nuts. If you want to hear my real feelings about it, then you know fuck my real feelings about it. It's true. And even sometimes with me. Sometimes even with me. One of the shorts, like one of the channels posted and said to do 3 things every day. Give thanks to him, which I do. Read 5 minutes of a script, or read a script, read something from the Bible, which I'm gonna do. And be in silence for 5 minutes. No music, no nothing, and it's true. And in a way, it's nobody. See, everybody wanted. And it's like we go to church. Like now I'm going, and I don't want to be like, because I go to church one time. I gotta no. Now that I'm gonna start going to church, it's a good thing. And in a way, yes, you should talk to your father for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, you should. You probably don't even talk to him enough. And I'm your actual father. You know what father I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. You can't talk to him for 5 minutes? For 5 minutes, eh? You can't. You know why? And I'm going to say this. You know why? Because you're selfish. You can't talk because you're selfish. And in a way, me saying this is because I'm saying this to myself. You have to say it in a way out loud because you're saying it to yourself as well. 100%. And I do. God, I missed 30 minutes long. Who cares? Somebody gonna watch this. Somebody gonna go, oh. See, I don't want to be one of those Catholics that be like, oh, listen. Some of them, I love them. But I want to be one of those like really mad Catholics that get mad at yourself. Like I get mad at myself because I'd be like, I fall into sin. Lust is another one. I'd be honest with you, I'd be dealing with lust all the time. As a man, I'd be dealing with lust. I can't help it, man. I can't help it, dog. Listen, lust really got me. You know how many videos be popping up about lust and lust? Yeah, I save all of them. I have to. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much lust I gotta worry about in my life. And you do it to yourself. You do it to yourself because you fall into that stuff. You're weak. You're weak-minded. Wait, I messed up because I got too antsy. And I'll be honest with you. I don't think I'm. Well, the amount of lust that's out there now is tremendous. I'll be honest with you. So of course you're gonna get hit by some strays, 100%. And I'm a man. I can't help it. I really can't. I love listen. I'm just a man. But just because you're a man doesn't mean you can't not be lustful. You know, stop falling like a dummy. You know, it's true. Be more disciplined. Like, keep it like the gym. I go to the gym early in the morning while everybody's still sleeping. And I'd be honest with you, I treat the gym like church sometimes in a way. Because in a way, you got to treat your body like a temple. You got to take care of that. Yeah, take care of it, eh? And I'm not gonna lie. Listen, just like a church got paintings on the walls and all that stuff, like the mirrors and all that stuff. Listen, I got color on me too. I got some color on me too. And I want to make my foundation nice. You know? And I've been working out. I be posting my workouts on here all day. What do you think this is? You know? I'm Mr. Johnny Workout. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm Mr. Johnny Workout. What are you gonna do? All right? Call your mother. All right? Call your mother and tell you love her. All right? Call your mother and tell you love her. All right? That's all I gotta say. All right? But I'll be out there. I'll be out there sweating like a savage. Right? Sweating like I'm going to church every day, praising the Lord all day. All day, Jesus is King. All day. Listen, I'll be waiting because I already know this. I already know they're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like I say that. But too bad. But too bad. Too bad. Too bad. You know what I mean? Right? At this point, we should be able to say that. You know. But even in Canada, even this place right here that I have behind me. You know, I know people gonna. I know. I'd be talking to my friend in the back of my mind. I'd be talking to my friend. I'd be looking at that flag because I have the setup. We'd be talking on the phone. She on the phone right now beside me. She's sleeping. Right, I gotta wake her up. I gotta wake her up a little bit. You know, she's gonna probably wake up and go. You know, I heard all that. I might have to clip this and make 1-2 parts. Yeah, I'm gonna do clip this. So we'll just continue. But I am going to clip and give my thanks. I do want to give my thanks. So either my thanks will be in episode 1, or part 1, part 2. But, because I'm going to roll right now. So listen, what time is it? What time is it? I got time, right? I got an hour. Listen, we continue. Make what? Listen, if I have to post 3-4 parts, no problem, dog. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. But anyway. Yeah, I think even in Canada, like, it's at the aspect of like closing down, like not closing down, but like saying that we can't say our faith, like we can't say a prayer, we can't say the Our Father, we can't say the Hail Mary, we can't say the Glory be to God, glory be to God, glory be to God. Saying that they're gonna, but what's funny, what's really funny, is everybody else is allowed to do what they want. Everybody allowed to do what they want, right? Right? But always we the ones that have to be silent. Always the ones we have to be mocked, right? Just like him. Just like him. Just like him. Understand that. Understand where we are. Understand where we are. And I'd be honest with you. The one thing that drives me nuts is they always go, listen, you understand how the aspect of the multiculturalism? When I went in that church, it wasn't just white people. It wasn't just black people. It was everybody in there. It wasn't just Spanish people or Asian people. It was everybody in there. And everybody in there. And I love it. I love seeing the fact that everybody's different. Why would you not? And not to say other religions are not. Not to say, that's true. But the one thing about Christianity and like Catholic and being Catholic or Orthodox or Christian, you're all different. From all different walks of life. And I love that. I love the fact that somebody else from somewhere else still believes in what I believe. I love that fact. Why would you not want to believe that? Come on. That's why I'm so interested in people that didn't grow up that way, that become a Catholic or Christian. Ooh, I'm at 10%. Ooh, this nigga, I got to put you on the charger. But you know what I mean? Let me put you on charger now. Give me a second. We gotta find the wire. Okay, we found the wire. We're good. We're good, dog. Don't worry. Listen. Wait. Are we good? Bro, I don't know if I'm good. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I'm trying to stop the video. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Wait, give me a second. Wait, give me a second. I always stop it.